Hi everyone, Raphael here with Gone Fishing Colorado and another Gone Fishing Colorado production. We, yes, primarily do guided fly fishing trips. However, one of the big passions of a lot of the guides here is to enjoy archery mule deer and elk deer hunting. We had an amazing season. I was joined by my close friend Brandin, and it was an absolute treat to share this part of my life with him, and for him to experience something a little different. You know, crawling around in those Rockies is challenging, simply put, and we thoroughly enjoyed our time together. We started off the season getting ready, putting game cameras out, figuring out some patterns. This is an all do-it-yourself public land hunt, no private land game feeders or anything like that, and we were on some amazing mule deer right away. So after the first morning hunt, we ended up seeing absolutely nothing. So around 9 o'clock, we decided to go on a little spot and stock. Spot and stalked only about a few hundred yards, and sure enough, I catch some movement in the woods, and it's a doe and a young buck coming through. He was a little young, he was about a 2.5-year-old, so I decided to pass on him. And the big part was on the way back, we came across a very mature buck, 180, 190 range. I draw back on him, I'm at full draw, but Connor over right here, on the other hand, is still fiddling around with his camera. So by the time he says he's in frame, well, that's what happened.
I know.
Close encounter was just enough to get us amped, and boy were we excited. So even though the cows were around, we still opted into climbing up in that tree stand again the next evening, or that evening, and saw absolutely nothing, but my instinct said get back up in that tree stand, and the next morning there we were. Well, we ended up not seeing anything. It was a very slow morning, very slow day. But by that evening, I was like, let's get back up in the tree stand. We got one more evening hunt to do this. And here they come. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Lots of noise. Getting all excited. There's a ridge behind us. And what comes over the ridge? It ended up being that there's 15 or 20 right under us. Perfect scenario. I see back straps. And but it wasn't exactly what we were looking for. That tree stand and go for an evening stalk, and there's this old drainage that actually wraps around the hillside that we're hunting, but it wraps around on the west side while we're hunting the east side, and perfect way to get around in the woods. You're not going to make a lot of noise, it's gravel, and so we're quietly stalking, and I come around the turn, and behold, right off to my right, about 30 yards, there's a beautiful mule deer. And he has no idea we're there. Well, Connor also has no idea he's there, and while I'm sitting there going, Connor, stop, that mule deer still has no idea we're there. So we were very blessed. I come to full draw on the mule deer, he steps out, he actually closed the gap at about 20 yards.
You got him?
Oh, he's smoked. Shh, hold on, he's down. He's laying on the ground. What ended up happening is my arrow got a weird deflection, and entry hole was perfect, but the arrow somehow shot up into his spine and actually spine shot the animal.
He ain't the biggest guy we've seen, but walking up on a deer at 15 yards, you can't really beat that. So, good stuff, man, good stuff. He's a beauty, blessed. Let's go put our hands on him. The first ones ever. They're still up. No, don't move, don't freaking move. You hear him choking? Yeah. It's brutal. Come on, big guy. I don't have a shot at him, dude. I don't wanna move closer and scare him more. Or die. I mean, I could try to thread one through the bushes, but
go for it.
it's tough to watch, man. He's a beautiful buck, dude. He's not like the big boy, but he's pretty. He's dead. Let's go. I saw his head go. Alright.
So as we all know, as hunters, death is a beautiful thing, and we're very privileged to be able to hunt these animals in the woods, especially with a bow, or I should say with a piece of wood and string. But as we also know, the sounds can definitely be very enlightening. So what ended up happening is I had to put a second arrow in him. It sealed the deal. It was all over in about a minute and a half. But during that minute was definitely some of the harder moments of my hunting career. I always knew what happened when they ran away from me, but I never had to actually experience it up close yet.
There's brown tines. Not big forks, but still pretty. Not bad. Look at that.
So we started the process, got them all gutted up and quartered up in about, well, I walked back to the car real quick, which is about a little under a mile walk. Gutted them up, walked back to the car, got the game bags, and we got that all done. And shoot, I mean, the sun was almost setting. We probably mastered that in about an hour and 10 minutes. Overall, it was an absolutely amazing hunt. I got to share it with my close friend who did some absolutely amazing work with that video, or with his camera, and the video quality that we were able to capture. So if you guys like this video, please subscribe below. We appreciate all the support we can get.